This is Fallout 76. We're here on PlayStation 5, taking a look at the open world, multiplayer focused take on the Fallout franchise. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here on the PlayStation 5? Well, it's a dynamic 1440p at 30 FPS, HDR support, and yeah, this one definitely could use a bit of an upgrade, I guess you would say. That's for sure. I mean, Fallout 76 in general could use one. It's weird that we keep getting awesome new content for this game, but we don't, you know, we don't get anything like to upgrade it for the modern platforms or the, next-gen consoles. It's a bit weird. So this one is interesting, because when it launched, it was not good. It launched in a very, very bad state. I did not like the launch of the game. I was not happy with it. But I've come back and I've taken a look at the different ways or modes of content they've added. Party hat! And you know what? It's actually something I would suggest playing at this point. So this is the beginning where it's kind of a little bit of a really awesome opening segment that's super cool. And the first little bit of the game isn't the best, but once you get to that point where you're doing the story content, it's actually really good. And it feels like classic Fallout, but with others, which is awesome. Because when the game first released, my best moment of playing this game was running around with a pal for about an hour. I was like, wow, it's like Fallout, but I get to enjoy it, with someone else or with other people. And I think that is fantastic. I really do like that element of play that you can, kind of enjoy this with other people. I think that is great. Okay, so, it's neat being able to partner up, to experience the game. And you can do things in, like, PvE, there's, like, some PvP stuff. Oh, I was supposed to discover the Overseer's mission. My bad, I forgot something important. I just gotta go back for this. I am so sorry. Okay. Yeah, but you know what? It's really quite a neat concept gameplay-wise. I like the fact that you can interact with others in a large-scale, beautiful world. Like, you can complain about the regular gameplay or the fact that it lacks certain things. You could say that at the launch. I'm going to obviously go over why I think it's a little bit different now. But, anyways, going back to what I was saying, is like, this is probably one of the best, Fallout worlds they've created. It's really impressive. There's lots to see. There's lots of crazy buildings. There's lots of neat areas you can visit, quirky things. Like, there's a lot to enjoy on this one. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot you can see and experience along the way that I love. And it's just kind of like, I wish, I wish it had that stuff that makes a Fallout game, mainly the NPCs, right from the beginning, because I think this would have been, received a lot better, and this probably would have been an even bigger title than it is today. I still think it's relatively, like, it's actually getting larger and larger each year, which might surprise some people, but no, it's actually like a pretty great Fallout experience at this point. And it's through the extra, in-game content that they added for no cost or anything like that. They're actually achieving that. So, the regular game is just about a bad person, your custom character, male, female, like all kinds of customization that you would expect from a Fallout game. And you are kind of sent out, and you're a crazy person because you're listening to audio tapes following around this person and stuff like that. And it's kind of it's annoying. It's not good. But when you get to the point where you're able to build your own little camp, and you're able to create your own little place, and you can move that camp around, and you can customize it and personalize it. And at launch, there wasn't a whole lot of customization, personalization, and things you could enjoy. But since then, it's expanded. You can create more things. It's kind of awesome. And I love the building part of Fallout 4. It was like one of my favorite parts of that game. I love the building elements of it. And they've essentially just allowed you to expand upon that many different ways, which is interesting. I don't think it's quite necessarily as, like, robust in terms of area size, but you can make some really, really cool kind of things along the way, which I think is fantastic. And you build your own place, and then you go out and you can do missions, and you can explore. Yeah, this is definitely a lower resolution than I'm used to, but yeah, you can go out there into the world and you can see things. And what's different now is these missions and stuff, the story stuff. So like we didn't have people to interact with when this game first came out, but now, you know, we should actually probably let people back into the vault, eh? Huh? But anyways, like I was saying, is it's like now we have people to talk to. We have these stories that you can enjoy that are several hours long, a bunch of these different stories where you get to play across these different factions and make choices and impact the world of the appellation. And
Wait, what?
it's kind of amazing.
Jerking you around, Lacey. Face it.
Got scammed. That's funny, but it is cool and it is worth checking out because one of them is like it's about like gold and stuff like that, and then another one's about like the Brotherhood and different factions, and there's all these different like factional areas across the game, and there's these world events you can take part in, and there's always like new content, and there's some like random throughout the year events they do, and it seems like they're focused on upgrading and adding to it over time. And then there's like a board game type thing you can play, which I guess is a bit of a battle pass, seasonal pass. There's like Fallout First, which is I think a little bit silly. It's like a subscription thing that gives you better options to things. I don't know how I really feel about it. I think I tested it out and it gives you items and that, but I don't know if I really loved it. But yeah, let's take a look at the map. So it's a big world, and you can you can travel to all these different places, and there's all these things going on, and there's like this lore backdrop of some crazy stuff going on, and there's different fights for different areas and things. You can see different people have created different types of camps, which is awesome. And then we've got the menu, and there's the atomic shop. So the atomic shop is kind of like something, and this is where you get if you have your Fallout First, you get certain like atoms and allotments, and you get certain free stuff. But you can get quirky apparel, and there's all kinds of new things happening all the time, and there's like some free stuff, and best to take advantage of the free stuff so you can actually get some items, do things. But you kind of you live the Fallout life, but it's with others. It's a Fallout game, but you're playing with other people. And to me, that concept is great, and I hope they don't take the wrong lesson from this game when they go to make the next Fallout game. I like that you can interact with other people. I think that's really cool. I always wanted to play Fallout with somebody else, and now you kind of can in this game that actually, offers a lot of environments and a lot of different things for you to explore and see and do. And I think that's really awesome. There's like a photo mode too if you want to take photos with your pals. But yeah, you just get to kind of explore the whole world of Fallout together. I mean, you can play it by yourself. You don't have to interact with other people. There's different settings. There's like some survival type options too, a machete, pipe bomb, and it's kind of neat, the different options that you can enjoy with this one. Okay, what am I getting shot by? It's a little laser droid. Those things are annoying. Yeah, it's kind of cool, and you can get different outfits, and you can expand and do different things. And there's a lot of gameplay in this game. It actually is pretty large in scale. It's a big world with lots of content and missions. It just took them a while to actually get to the point where it kind of feels like a proper Fallout game. And it might even go beyond that too. I don't think it would go beyond that actually in comparison to other ones. Maybe to some earlier titles, but I do think they've actually added a substantial amount of worthy to play content. Because mostly my big thing is, we're checking it out at this point down the road. At launch, I would be like, you can go see, I think even my original review back then, I'm like, this is terrible and whatnot. But now, when I look at it, I'm like, wow, this has a lot of cool things that it offers. A lot of fun that you can enjoy. It's a pretty awesome game at times as well. I had a lot of fun sitting there working through the story content with a pal. I do think they need more work on how the story stuff is kind of shared across different characters that are playing together, but for the most part you can actually sit there and very easily enjoy this game with another player, or your little group thing. And I think that's kind of fun. I think that offers a lot of things for you to do. And the items you can earn in game too. I mean, you can buy them as well, but you know, you can actually earn them if you're doing certain missions and whatnot. But yeah, you get full objectives. You get places with NPCs and proper different types of enemies. They did a good job, I guess you would say, like turning this game around. There is some neat lore here. There is some neat stuff that's worth doing. There's lots of exploration. Like this place, you know, it's huge, the world of Fallout 76. And it's got so many crazy creatures and events and little lore bits that you can enjoy. And if you're lucky, you might even be witness to a giant nuclear blast on the map, or you'll have somebody that like literally doesn't really like you or they're watching your stream and they come and they nuke your house and stuff and destroy things, and it causes problems for you. Yeah, contaminated land. It's not the best. But yeah, it's the world of Fallout coming alive with connectivity and excitement. But that's the biggest thing. Is it was just like it's fun to play Fallout with others. I think that's so cool, and I'd like to see them, you know, take that concept and do something more with it down the road. You know, I think it could be expanded upon, and I'd love to see future Fallout games not just necessarily just be solo, and you can actually play with others, or maybe they'll just keep updating this one. It's, you know, it's hard to say, but for now I'm kind of happy with this. And there are survival mechanics like food and water will impact things, and you know you got to manage your weight and everything like that. Not your actual weight, but you know you got to manage how much your items that you carry hold on your particular character. And then you also need supplies so that you can improve, you know, your shelter and make better shelter stuff. And yeah, it's kind of a neat game. And this is just like basically an opening area, and your loot stuff's a little bit different, and you never know what kind of things you're gonna find. But it does have that quirky fun of like if you go and you know meet other players, like go check out their shelters. There's always like some kind of quirky thing they've created, and they're always making new stuff. The Wayward's a cool spot. It's like a bar area. Kind of kickstarts the whole. Well, actually, it's part of a couple different missions, I guess you would say, within the game. But it just gives you a sense of something new. And remember, like the NPCs, the regular people, the interactive elements of this game. None of that was here at launch, and that really sucked. And I think they kind of realized that, hey, it's a bit weird to make a Fallout game without this kind of thing. Because it is like one of the core pillars of the experience is your like interactions, your choices and stuff. Like you were kind of making them, but you were doing it just in this empty, sad world. Like I know Fallout's like a pretty depressing world. It's, you know, it's post-apocalyptic and stuff, but at the same time, you know, the interesting part of it is the people you interact with, the things you see and what you do. And it's just weird not being able to do that. I will say though, I think the PS5 is definitely something that can handle a lot higher of a resolution and a higher frame rate for sure. So I would love to see that, because it looks pretty kind of like murky and stuff like that. It's not the best, but let's go and chat with people and see what's up there. But like loading stuff in that's not bad for loading, but also loading is going to be kind of based a bit on internet connectivity, obviously, because it is, you know, a world with others that you interact with.
Honey, you picked the wrong time to get it.
What are you? Hey! Who the hell are you?
I'm a dude.
Outnumbered? Shit. Fine. But don't think this is the end.
Maybe you don't think this is the end. Bang!
Pulls a gun on me in my bar. Mort, get out here.
Yeah, what, Duchess?
Jesus! You let one of those monsters in here?
Hey, you want to see if there's a tomorrow?
Then I want you to tell me where you and the rest. What the?
Whoa!
Mort, what was that?
Called me a monster. What? He was gonna kill us.
That was unnecessary.
You know, we could have asked him some questions.
Anyways, usually this place is popping.
Oh, you know what? It's safer this way.
I suppose.
Oh, and there's nothing on his body to scavenge? Lame.
I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough.
I always found this area interesting. Duchess.
Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward first rounds on. Name's Duchess. Overseer, huh? So you must be the one.
Yeah, we're all coming out of the vault now. You think this would be like a big event within the world, or at least the world of this area.
It is a bit out of it. I'm happy to hand it. Just agreeing to lend us a hand in
Diplomatic intervention? Aw.
that boy we put. But I want.
Yeah, we gotta go kill people and stuff. This is the way.
So, what do you say?
It's better than listening to audio tapes and wandering around.
That's what
I didn't mean to click it that fast. I wanted to kind of look at my options, but alrighty.
These boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
Shooting.
Not sure I've got enough on hand, unfortunately. No. We're gonna draw them in by making them think.
I'm a distraction? I do not like the sound of this.
Just give me 1 second.
All players being invited to a casual teams, but that's what I'm saying, is you can like jump in, interact with other people, see what they have to say.
Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Not half bad.
What about she's making?
So what I have chicken scratched together here for you is this...
A hunting sign? Oh my god.
Too bad. It's got a little
But yeah,
system
Fallout
built
76.
in that'll make sending out an
So much that's
advertisement
been added, and so much more that I think they've been teasing to come. I know the pit is on the horizon at the point of filming this, so I'm actually pretty excited to hop back into that element of the game to see what they do there, because you're actually getting an expedition where you leave the area.
They did teach you
So I do
all
wonder
from
where
some
we're
of
headed
the
next in
that
this. I think the
vault of
future of
yours,
76 is
nice.
actually kind of bright now, and I think perhaps as a long-term game it'll help us ease into, you know, the long-term eventuality of being able to play Fallout down the road, right?
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Yeah.
Hey, no, I'm not bragging.
So kind of a wait-and-see game on
I've
this one.
got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes.
Or I guess actually on PlayStation this might be the last Fallout title.
Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need material. Throw some rations in there, and so you know. Now, it is a lot to ask. Fine.
I'll take it.
Hot dog. Just make sure. And here.
Yeah. Give me all my stuff. Too much talking to you.
You hear these rumors? Well, don't you?
Oh, Vault-Tec, we're a bunch of monsters. What can I say?
Allergies. Come on, now you see. And it was like someone dropped a bang. I wake up. No, it calls me.
Chatty. What's it like being a ghoul? What is it that you say you do around here? Cool, so I got what I needed. And that basically summarizes your beginning in the world of Fallout 76. There's so many places to see. Like, literally when the game came out, since there wasn't anything to actually really do in this one, I just literally went, like, building to building, like, documenting things for my site to do little guide things. It was really neat. Look, there's other people. Sky Kid. Yeah. They must be helping out their pal starting out, or a secondary account or something like that. It's time to get crafting. Yeah, I literally don't have enough to make anything. Now I do. Now I can craft. That guy's got a cool helmet thing. Time to build a blunt object. A board.